All you've got to do is believe, believe, believe. Yeah, it's gonna get hard. What up, Tanya? What up, Antoinette? What up, Madison? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Deb? Yeah, this is gonna get hard. Keep your head strong. If I quit now, then I'm dead wrong. Fight off the hunger for hours. Big stepper. Don't get stepped on. The money might fade, but respect don't. Still gonna be me when success gone. I don't speak the language of cowards. I walk through the flame like I'm Teflon. I sucked up the pain and I kept going. Shout out to J. Cole. Great album, by the way. Yeah, man, trust the journey. You know, no one knows your journey like you. No one knows, your failures and what it takes to continue going on. Great man once said, failure is not when you hit the ground, it's when you choose not to get back. Failure is not when you hit the ground, it's when you choose not to get back up. We can never succumb to society's box that they put us in, thinking that this is a cookie cutter lifestyle. It's not a cookie cutter lifestyle. We all have our own path that we have to find. The journey is real, right? And your struggles are real. There are people out there right now that you feel like the world is beating you up and you're down on your luck and stuff like that, and everything is against you. Listen, trust the journey, right? And trust. As long as you are doing, what's up, Sister Life Coach? Titanium out there in Florida. What's up, J Baby Date? Ice. Good to see you. Look, trust the journey and trust the process. When you fail, that's a good thing. That's an example that you're in the game. That's an example that you're trying. You're not on the sideline saying, I told you you shouldn't have done that. I told you should have did this. I told you. You out there. What's up, Mahal? Good to see you out there. Trust the journey, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes, in this educational arena that we're in, we think that it's 4 years of high school, 4 years of college, the career, and then we have the 30 years of work, and then we have the pension, and then we retire. No, this is life. Everyone is on a different path, and college is not for everyone. Surprise, right? But trust your journey, whatever path you're on. Trust that you will be okay, and don't let anyone put you in a box, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Tonight's sponsors, we have, of course, Miss Fanny Sweet Shop. Shout out to Miss Fanny Sweet Shop and her wonderful cakes. Log on to MissFannySweetShop.com and you can get $5 off your first order if you put in YES, Y-E-S. And also, shout out to Dr. Teta. If you have not already picked up The Art of Human Care, COVID-19 by Dr. Hassan Teta, go to drhassanteta.com or drteta.com and get your copy. What up, the King? Good to see you. Sister Life Coach, what's it like out there in California right now? Shout out to you. Tonight's guest, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Mahal. I'm Martin Smallhorne, and I started this Yes, Your Educational Story because I was curious about the multiple journeys that people take in their educational strides. And listen, just because it's an educational journey doesn't mean that it has to do with school. Because some of the best education that most of us ever got was once we stepped outside of our house in the streets, right? 77 degrees in LA. I'm hating right now. So, and look, educational journey is your educational journey. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on tonight's guest, which is Mr. Mahal. I'm going to invite him in. Let me see if I can get Mr. Mahal in right now so we can get started. Yeah, just give me 1 second. And we will get, there you go. Okay. Get Mr. Mahal on. Are you out there, brother? There you are. Wait, I think I can see you.
Bless up.
Blessings, King. How are you?
Bless up, King. I'm well, man. I can't complain. God is great. I'm on this journey, continuous journey. So, it's amazing, man. Just taking it easy day by day. That's it.
That's it. What's up, Nicolette Emerson? We see you out there. What's up?
Blessings, everybody.
Yeah, what's up, right? So before we begin, of course, state your zip code, man. State your zip code. What zip code you repping today?
Well, I'm repping 1002. I'm repping Lower East Side first. I must represent Lower East Side first, all the way down to up to the 10453, which is the Bronx,
Okay.
Cedric Avenue. You know, birth of hip hop, River Park Towers, RPT. Big blessings to everybody there. If you're
The
watching,
Bronx.
that's a fact.
Shout out to the X.
PT,
Now,
that's a fact.
well, you're my first guest from the Lower East Side, man. What part of the Lower East Side was that?
Oh, Madison Street. That
Okay.
was Madison Street. Yeah, Grand Street, right next to Jewish houses, right up the block from Gouverneur Hospital.
Okay. All right. For those of you who know
Yeah,
Lower East Side, you know,
yeah. Water Street, Cherry Street,
okay.
Vladeck. Some people call it Vladex, but it's Vladeck.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Vladeck housing. You know, big
Yeah.
blessings to everybody there. My
Mhm.
grandmother as well too, all my family. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
What up, Mama
Yeah, man.
Kelly? So
Yeah,
tell us about tell us about, well, first of all, you moved up to River Park Towers.
yeah.
At what age?
I was about 7. Yeah, I was about 7. I was about seven
Okay.
years old.
All
Yeah,
right.
about 7 years old, going on 8 around there. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Mr. Mahal, first of all, thank you so much for coming on. You
No,
know,
no, thank you.
I know,
Appreciate you, man.
I know you're
Appreciate
very,
you.
I know you're a very busy man out there. So
Yes,
where
indeed.
would you like to begin your story, Mr. Naj?
Um, well, let's stem back from the Lower East Side because
Okay.
you know that's my pivotal point.
Okay.
So let's start there. Let's
Okay.
start there for sure. So growing up in black housing in the Lower East Side, Manhattan,
Yeah.
right next to Chinatown, Soho,
Okay.
Little Italy, of course, East
It,
Village.
I'm sorry. Is Mama Lele your mom?
Oh, Mama Lee, that's a fact. That's my
That's
mom.
what's
Big
up.
blessings, mom.
Well, what's
Bless,
up?
bless up, mom. Bless up.
Bless. Mom, what's up? Shout out to you, Mom. You know,
That's a fact.
your mom is amazing. Your mom is
Yeah,
amazing. Let me say
yeah,
one more
yeah,
saying that.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. That's my superwoman right there.
Okay.
That. First of all, I just want to say, I don't want to go off topic, but that's a woman that I'm able to look at and be like, okay, I know how to choose a queen.
Ooh.
If you understand what I'm saying,
Oh,
if you understand
man,
what I'm
that is so
saying,
powerful, man. Okay.
when you have a woman in front of you that knows how to set the tone, so I gotta
Mm.
give my mom her flowers on this live right here.
Talk that
Big
talk.
blessings, ma. I love you.
Talk that talk.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact, ma.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? But definitely, to start back in the Lower East Side,
Uh-huh.
growing up there, I was very cultured, and that was just by how you say it, by the works of life. My mom put me in a school called the Educational Alliance in
Hmm.
pre-K kindergarten in my early days.
Okay.
Now, of course, if you hear the name Educational Alliance,
Hmm.
alliance, alliance, that means that you know they made sure that school was very cultured. So, for example, I went to school with Jewish culture, Asian culture, Spanish culture,
Okay.
my culture, African culture. So it's West Indian culture. So I was in a gumbo since, you know, first day,
Okay.
since day one.
All right.
And that helped a lot. I'm going to be very honest
Mhm.
because when not to skip too far, but as I grew older, you know, I was able to be very open minded to things.
Mm. Mm.
It wasn't new.
And I'm glad you said that because that's a beautiful arena to grow in, right? Because we have more in common
Right.
than we have in difference,
Correct.
and it's always that we are born to love, but we're taught to hate, right?
Hmm.
So it's just that's an interesting concept. So out of that, what happens, brother? From
Right.
there, what happens?
So, from there, before I even went to first grade,
Yeah.
my mom always took me to the park in the Lower East Side, Manhattan,
Hmm.
in our vicinity of where we lived or whatnot. So, as she always took me there was a lady,
Hmm.
and she asked her a question like, "Hey, is that your son?"
Yeah.
My mom replied, "Yes."
Hmm.
Um, so she explained to her that there was a young lady that was coming to the Lower East Side, Manhattan, by Delancey Street,
Okay.
in Old Church by Stanton, to state that she was shooting a music video, upcoming artist.
All
So
right.
my mom said, "Oh, okay, well, okay, why, why not? So,
Why not?
why
Yeah.
not? So she said, so the lady states to her, let's take some headshots. Long story short,
Yeah.
we get the headshots done and everything. The day of the video shoot, we go to the cafeteria,
Hmm.
and we're in the cafeteria, we're sitting down, and my mom tells me the story all the time. Your mom. She, anybody that has a mom out there right now, it's, or if you did, God bless her as well too. But
Yeah.
those stories that always come about all the time, all the
Yeah.
time. So long story very short. I had took a kid's hat, and it was like a top hat. So I
Okay.
just started dancing to some Michael Jackson music in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So the producer comes out like, hey, we want him. Get him in the video. So they take me, throw me in the video right there, and I take the person's hat. So my mom has to explain to the lady, which is, our little brother,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, he'll be right back with the hat. We're not going to take
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as the day goes on, so, we shoot the music video,
Mhm.
and right after that, this artist blows up, becomes
Who's
a
and
super mega star.
super and of course everybody wants to know who is this artist?
I'm Mariah Carey, of course, right?
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So I was in a Mariah Carey video, when I was younger. And check this out.
Okay.
I just want to say this to everybody.
Yeah.
I want to say this to everybody right now. Right now. Please, please, please pay attention. That was my moment to realize what was for me,
Wow.
what I was going to become, what I was going to embrace, what my journey was going to be like. And to end that story off very, very well, the name of the song is called Make It Happen. I mean, I mean, pardon me, like, come on, come on,
Wow.
so, and then
Wow.
from
I
there
agree.
on was,
I
yes,
agree, Nicolette. That is so cool, man.
I appreciate that, Queen. Big blessings to you, Nicolette. Big blessings.
That is.
Um,
And wait, at 11, you think that was your aha moment right there?
that that was, I'm gonna be honest. I was very young at that age, but
Yeah.
it had to be because
Okay. Okay.
it's like almost seeing a vision
Yeah.
while you're awake.
Yeah. Ooh. So when you know, you know.
Right. When you know, you know. It's a
Okay.
feeling. It's a
Yeah.
feeling. If you're especially being very in tune with yourself.
Okay.
If you're very in tune with yourself,
Yeah.
you know how to embrace a vision.
Okay.
Now, let's be clear. A vision and a dream are two different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a vision.
Shout out to 100 Suits on and Nancy. Shout out.
100 suits,
100 Suits.
Nancy. Big blessings.
Big
Big
blessings. Kev.
blessings. Big
Little brother
blessings. Yes.
Kev. Shout out to you, man. Doing big things out there. All right. So listen. So, damn, this is early.
Yeah, this is
So,
early.
so we're about to go. All right. So we're about to go on a roller coaster ride because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Take us, man. Take us. I'm
Oh yeah.
excited. Take us on this ride, man.
So I'm still in the Lower East Side, and I enter a school called St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Okay.
First grade to third grade,
Mhm.
and that's in the Soho district of Manhattan.
Okay.
So if anyone knows, the shopping area, Soho, there was a school there, right there on Prince Street,
Okay.
and right up the block from Mott. So a great school, great school. They, first of all, this is so crazy. Early on, taught me business.
Mm-hmm.
We had a school store in the school. So
What grade is this?
this is first grade.
Okay.
This is
All
first
right.
grade.
So, all right. For perspective, people need to understand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a school in Soho. Okay.
Right.
This is a multi-million-dollar neighborhood. Let's
Right.
be clear.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
the thinking is a lot different, right? And the educational philosophy obviously is gonna be different. So in first grade, you're being taught business. and you're opening up a store in first grade.
Correct.
All right.
Well, I just want to, yeah. Like the school had a store.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to real quick.
Okay. All right. All right.
The school had a store.
Yeah.
They sold sour straws. Now this is the biggest hit in the school. The
Yeah.
sour straws would sell out by the time we would have, because the older kids had lunch before us.
Mhm.
So the sour straws would sell out. So I said, Mom, we got to get some sour straws because the sour straws always sell out. And the kids always want some.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The kids always want some sour straws.
Okay.
So I want to sell sour straws how the lady in the store sell them in a bag.
Yeah.
She sell them for $1. I want to sell them for $1.
Mm-hmm.
So when she didn't have sour straws, and I remember one time she didn't have sour straws for 1 month, 1 whole month. My crayon jar was so full of dollars, man. So full of dollars. Now, mind you, this is first grade.
It's first
So
grade.
I'm learning first grade. I'm learning about economics in first grade, but unknowingly, I'm in quadrant 2.
Yeah.
I'm in quadrant 2.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I did.
Yeah. And you taught me about quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Don't think I forgot, King.
Okay, all right.
Don't think I forgot, King.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay. I love you, though. I love you. But listen. So, being there taught me many different values. First through third grade in St. Patrick's in that Catholic school. I was just gracious enough to, have a mom to just know, like, okay, I'm gonna put him in a different environment. Since he's already been in that different environment, let me keep placing him there.
Okay.
Maybe there's something there for him. So
Mom.
I got right. Big blessings to my mom again. I can't take all the credit because my mom placed me in these places as a kid. And no one told her to.
She had the vision early, man. That's
correct. She had to. Yeah. My mom went to fashion high school, but she couldn't go to fashion college because she had me, of course. But my mom was a fashion designer in high school, so she understands passion. She understands a different outlook from the start. So after St. Patrick's, I went to CES 230. I will never forget this school, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not forget this school. Mind you, Mr. Smallhorne, I'm leaving St. Patrick's Cathedral, a Catholic school, a prime school.
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to public schools.
Yeah.
This is no disrespect to public schools. But that one specific public school across the street from River Park Towers, okay,
in the
Bronx, Cedric Avenue, Cedar Avenue, also known as River Park Plaza.
Yeah.
When I got there, I was writing script. I learned how to write script in first grade.
Yeah.
And I learned, cursive. Also known as cursive.
Yeah.
Yeah, script.
We get it.
Right.
All right.
So I'm writing there, 2 months, October. I would never forget this. They tell me that the other kids cannot understand my penmanship. Wow. So I will have to write in print. I said, write in print? You want me to? I learned this 3 years. I got screamed at for writing the A wrong.
Wow.
You feel me? Like I got screamed at for really drawing the A wrong. So you want me to dumb it down for everybody else in here? So I said, okay. But hold on, real quick. Everybody pay attention. Everybody, big blessings, queens. Big blessings, Cuzzo.
Big blessings. Lifestyle.
Mary B, my queen. Big blessings, my queen. My queen is in here as well, too.
Yes. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Tesla Styles from California.
Yes, big blessings, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Shawnee, what's up?
Listen. When they told me to start writing in script, in cursive. So this is a moment right here. This is a moment right here where, hold up. This is a moment right here where I learned that you can't, even though I hated it, you can't think for yourself. You got to think for the team. You can't think for yourself. You gotta think for the team. So I stopped writing the script, but when I went home, I continued to write in script.
Mm, mm.
So just yeah.
And that's
Right.
that what you just described is levels, and
Talk to me.
separation of it's still the same education, but I'm not going to go into that right now because I want you to
Okay.
tell your story. But you came from Catholic school, writing script,
Right.
and also in Soho, right, which is a
Right.
much different environment, right? And,
Correct.
and you go to the Bronx, and this is not a judgment, my people out there. This is not a judgment on
No, not at
the
all.
educational system, but listening to what you just said is a clear example um, of outcomes within the public
Mm,
educational system.
mm,
Because you
correct.
said something just now. You said basically you have to dumb down for your audience. Continue your story, my brother. We don't want to go there. We're not going to go there.
We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna
So
go
now
there.
so now you're in the Bronx.
Uh-huh.
Let's say what it is. We're in the hood, right?
Yeah,
We're
we
up
in the
in
hood. We in
River
the hood.
Park Towers because
River Park Towers.
exactly.
Shout out to everybody at River Park Towers too.
Shout out to the Bronx, EX.
To
We know what it
BX,
is up
the
there.
whole Bronx, though.
Yeah, we know what it is. Keep your head on the swivel. You know what it
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
is. So
It's not regular.
now when you step out your doors in River Park Towers, you're getting a whole different kind of education, along
Right.
with getting to the school. But now the journey to your school is an education as well. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So
Correct.
so from middle school, what high school did you go to?
First high school I went to was Norman Thomas. If anybody, big blessings, Stony Vibes, coming to Jamaica for my birthday. Big blessings.
Stony Vibes, big up. You don't know already, Stony Vibes.
Yes, star.
Yes.
Yes, star. Shan, big blessings, Queen.
Yes.
So I went to Norman Thomas. For anybody that don't know, that's right down the block from the Empire State Building, attached to the old WBLS building, so on
Yeah.
33rd Street on Park Avenue, between Park and Lexington, if I'm not mistaken, on 3rd Avenue. Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Norman Thomas, and when I went to Norman Thomas, it was a little different for me because I had to wear a back brace due to me having scoliosis. So big blessings, Queen, my sister Najee, big blessings, Queen.
Okay.
So by going to Norman Thomas, I had to wear a back brace, and this is a true story, everybody. I'm not joking. But as I was wearing the back brace, people thought I was like under protective custody. I don't mean to laugh. 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 But people thought I was under protective custody, like I had to wear a bulletproof vest. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I'm not wearing no bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my back brace. But it became annoying explaining it to people in a place where I'm just trying to learn and be academically friendly.
Yeah.
It became a
let's not gloss over that because for people, shout out to Trevor Narain, All Stars, Poppy, what's going on out there? We see
Zero.
Scoliosis is a serious issue, and if it's not dealt with appropriately, it can have some long term. What's up, Embrace Raw Living? We see you.
Embrace
Raw Living. Embrace that raw living. Because you've embraced that raw living, have you not?
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Embrace that raw living. I'm doing that. You know that.
So scoliosis is serious, and if it's not dealt with appropriately, it can lead to some long-term effects. So, I don't want you to gloss over that too much, but that's a serious issue, and you had to go through that while you were in high school. And Norman Thomas, for people who don't know, Norman Thomas is a unique high school because how many stories? It's in a building that has 100 floors.
I believe it was like 30-something floors, and mind you, the escalator to get to the next floor is like one floor. So it's really like double. It's really like 60 floors.
Okay.
Right.
Look, your mom just chimed in. Your mom said, "God had you covered, my son, and still do."
Amen. Always.
All right, Mom. We see
That's
you
a fact,
watching, man.
Mom. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know,
That's my
making sure.
twin.
Yeah, man. But even through that, so the kids, thought you was in protective custody. But how long
Yeah.
did you last in Norman Thomas? Did you stay there for 4 years? Or?
I didn't stay there for 4 years. I stood there probably for a couple months. That was probably up until May. That
Okay.
was up until the May of that school year of May.
Okay.
And then I left that school and I was finding another school. I was about to go to Brandeis, but I ended up going to Humanities High School, and
Okay.
that's in the Chelsea district, meatpacking district, of course, if somebody want to say, on
Mm-hmm.
18th Street between 8th and 9th of downtown Manhattan on the west side, to
All
be
right.
exact. So I went there, and when I went there, I only stood there for a couple months because I stopped being embraced. I didn't want to go to the new school,
Okay.
explaining being, on my brace.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? We're just going to get the surgery. So I ended up getting the surgery, and I prospered from there, and I was homeschooled as well too.
So wow, you're having this is all happening in high school. So
High school.
How many high schools did you go to while in that technically high school years?
I went to 4.
Wow.
Because I went to Humanities.
Uh-huh.
I went to Humanities for a little bit.
Okay.
And when I was homeschooled, I came back.
Okay.
And then I went to Stuyvesant for a program in the summer.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was cool. That was just off free will. So that was cool to even embrace.
Right.
And we just all called it summer school, but it wasn't summer school, but it was really a program. But,
So I want to take a moment to shout out to my homeschool people, all the homeschool teachers that are out there.
Yeah, big blessings to y'all. LYB.
You know who you are. All your homeschool teachers that take the time to go into homes when students like Naj can't make it to school. You go to their homes and support them.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's the big blessings to all of y'all for even having the energy to do such a thing, and especially in today's times as well too.
Yeah.
As well too. So big blessings to everybody that's doing that as well, to all the teachers, definitely. Right. So, you have a question?
So no, I was gonna say. So what was like the last high school you went to before, the transition to YABC?
Oh, so I went back to Humanities after the summer program, and my academics were okay.
Yeah.
They could have been great, to be very honest. But I was into the girls, I was into the fashion, so I had some distractions there. Then I had some friends that were into the same things. Okay. So it was a little distractions there, but I knew I still wanted to come out on top.
Okay.
Even though those distractions were there.
Mm-hmm.
Those distractions were right in front of me, but I still knew I wanted to come out on top. So
and all this time, Naj, what are you thinking about, like, career-wise? Are you still going back to Mariah Carey and still thinking about that vision?
Oh yes, because during this time in Humanities, I made my first song in school because I had music class in school. So we had a booth in school. We had a mic in school, and again, here we go again. Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go again. Realizing what's for me. Okay, okay, because I'm in school and I'm doing what I'm destined to do in school.
Yes.
In school. See, but and real quick, I wasn't one of those kids that cut school. I was in the school. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was even in the other schools, but we're not going to get into that. In the school, because we have schools in the school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into that. That's another story. But I made my first song. I made my first song in school. Real quick. 2 cribs in the city look like rich. Got the 2-door drop top like Finch. These on it, but I ain't rich boy chick. Najma on my chain, did you see that gliss? Like, I just remember there's a little bit of the rhyme, but just to say, I was just, and that was it wasn't the best rhyme, but it was a start. It was like a kick. It was a
Yeah,
kick for me,
yeah.
you know, and
Okay,
I embraced that
okay.
in high school. So, and that's before leaving humanities
Right.
as well
Somebody
too.
had a question in the chat. True East. They wanted to know how were your grades like accumulated? Because it is an interesting story because normally you don't get to jump. You don't get in New York City to be like, I'm gonna be in this high school this year. I'm gonna go to that one next year and that one. So it's and I'm loving the story because it's so important for people to hear that it's not a cookie cutter system, right?
Nah,
And there
nah,
are different. There's so many different paths, but if and people are so afraid because they program you to be afraid to not want to leave if you're in a high school, suffer through that 4 years. No, you can
correct,
leave. You can leave. You can go to different schools if you want. And
right,
as far as the grade accumulation matters, it doesn't really matter. It's not like college where it's like you need a certain average to get into different schools.
right,
Yeah.
right.
No, in high school
No,
it's like, yo, I want to go over here, and my mother says that I need to be here, and most people don't know this in the DOE. The parents are the boss.
right,
Don't ever think that in the New York City education system that the
correct,
parents are not in charge. You hold all the power. So if you want to
correct.
go to a different school, you can go wherever you want. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
And if you want to know how to
exactly.
do that, DM me, and I will definitely support you and advocate for you.
Oh
Off,
yeah,
off the
and
record.
and
Off the
he
record.
and he definitely knows, and he can make it happen. This is a man. This is a king right here that makes it happen. You hear me? Everybody that's
Man,
watching, this man right here makes it happen.
shout
Okay,
out to you,
so
King. Shout out to
big
you, man.
blessings,
Let's get
big
back to your
blessings.
story, man.
Yes.
So you're going through this journey. You're trusting your journey, but it sounds like you're having a lot of fun with your life because you've already
Hmm.
decided in your mind at 11 years old, you know, what you want to do with your life. So you're already free,
Right.
right? So you
Right.
just having.
Correct.
It
Correct.
sounds to me like you're just having fun. you know.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. So what happens after humanities, or what happens after?
So, so as I'm there in
Uh-huh.
humanities, have a little conversation with my guidance counselor. So my guidance counselor is like, hey, if you really want to graduate on time the way you're supposed to,
Yeah.
I want to give you some alternatives.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like some alternatives.
Hmm.
That's cool. So she's like, what is your problem? So I'm like, honestly, I don't like waking up early. My mom knows this too. I
Okay.
don't. This is an old thing for me,
Yeah.
but it's over now. But I
Hmm.
don't like waking up early. And I have to be honest with myself. So she's like, all right, well, at least we're being honest here. So this
Yeah.
is this is what I'm gonna offer you. It's like night school, but it's not.
Hmm.
And I said, okay.
Hmm.
And I'm like, what is it called? She's like, YABC. I'm like, what does
Yeah.
that stand for? She's like, Young Adult Borough Center. I'm like, okay. I am a young adult. Okay.
Okay.
I like the title already.
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel
Yeah.
good already. I feel good already. I
Yeah.
start popping my collar a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I like this. She's
Okay.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
they even have different opportunities. You could probably you could end up working. And I'm like, working? She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like you could work. I'm like, work. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm like, all right, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So, I do the process. I go back home, explain it to my mom. She's like, you think that's best? I'm like, yeah. So she says, okay, well, let's do it. Go ahead and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I had to do? So she said, yep, you're gonna meet a gentleman named Mr. Smallhorne. And I was like, all right, cool, Mr. Smallhorne, no problem, right? So, you know, from leaving humanities, to be very honest,
Yeah.
you know, fashion is my thing,
Yeah.
So I'm just, I throw my little Gucci shirt on, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Gucci shoes on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm just, I got my Gucci belt, got my little leather bag,
Yeah.
some little perfume on,
Hmm.
yeah. I remember coming in, I'm like, yeah, man, Mr. Smooth. I'm feeling fresh as a daisy, man. I'm
Hmm.
feeling fresh as a daisy.
Oh, I remember that day
Nobody.
I remember that day like it was yesterday. Gang, continue. I'll let you tell it.
I'm like, so I'm walking down the hallway. And, I never forget. It was some people. There was like one girl standing outside, and I'm gonna be honest, she was looking. So that upped it even more. So that boosted my little high I had already, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I walk in the room. I was like, "How you doing? My name is Najee Reed." He's like, "Yeah, Mr. Smallhorne. Make a about face, and when you ready to approach me, you come back in my room." I said, I said,
Now,
I said, I said, I said, I said, all right. I said, okay. You know, and honestly, I didn't say anything. I just made an about face
yeah,
and walked out. You
yeah,
know, I wasn't sagging my pants or anything like that because I
mhm,
never did
yeah,
that. But I was, showing my belt, and he could tell. You could tell I was really feeling myself.
yeah,
I'd never been. You could tell I'd never been G checked. If
yeah,
that's how they know it as.
mhm,
I never been G checked by a man of a certain stature. You could tell. You seen that. You seen that.
mm,
So when you seen that, you said, "Oh no, who he think? I'm gonna give him what he need so he can grow."
mm.
Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen Mr. Smallhorn do the same thing to other gentlemen, and they never came back.
Mm.
Am I lying, Mr. Smallhorn?
No, I mean, look, and the point is, right, when you've arrived at that destination, right,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
gotta be it's gotta be real, and it's gotta be
Mm-hmm.
serious, because when you think
Correct.
about the journey, right, the YABC
Correct.
program, right, that I happen to be the principal of at the one at Lehman High School in the Bronx. It's
Correct.
about um, young adults, and 18 to 21, and you've had a certain journey, and I feel like it's the system has kind of tricked you into believing
Mm.
that you can kind of do whatever you want to be successful, and
Right.
that's not real.
Right.
That's not real. Like, you need to be structured, and
There you go.
you need to be structured, and you need to be disciplined if you are going to succeed. Because if you're coming to me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not preparing you to compete with people on the block.
Nah.
I'm preparing you to compete with people in the world. Okay? Because this is not a game. Okay? And I'm not gonna be shucking and jiving and have you come up in here thinking that it's business as usual. Nah, it's not that kind of party. I'm not part of the shuck and jive game.
Nah. Not at
Right?
all.
I'm
Not at
all
all.
I'm all about producing kings and queens. You heard me?
Talk about it. Talk
So,
about it.
because if we continue what we're doing, man, and thinking that everything is sweet, it's not sweet. I'm not gonna pretend to
Right.
that it's sweet. It's not. It's real out here. Okay? And
Correct.
if you're not arming
Correct.
up and prepared, it's over before you begin. And you look at
And you
you look,
must be prepared.
and I don't want to go on my soapbox. This is your story. Let's get
Nah.
back to
Nah.
it. You know, you came back. How about that?
Nah. I came back.
You
I
came back.
came back because that was my humbling moment for me.
Yeah.
That was my moment where I had to realize it's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. It's more than what you think it is.
Yeah.
But since you think it, let me show you how to know.
Yeah.
One more time.
Mm-hmm.
One more time. Since you thinking,
Mm-hmm.
let me show you how to know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you how to know, young king. Since you thinking, your mind is going. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. And that was you. I
Yeah.
see you.
Mm-hmm.
But let me show you how to know what
Yeah.
this is about. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I gotta thank you for that. I have to thank you for that.
It's a blessing, King. But
Nah,
this is what we're
nah,
supposed to do,
like,
man. This is what we're
like,
supposed to do.
yo, like, nah, Mr. Small, for real though, like, cause you put me in a place where I really needed to be. You get what I'm saying? At the perfect time though. That's the thing about life.
Mm.
I walked in there at the perfect time to be checked by the perfect, because what's perfect is what we want it to be. The perfect man in front of me to show me what it really is and what life is really about.
Mm.
Okay? Okay? It was almost like a slap in the face without even being physical. Because the words spoke volume already. Feel what I'm saying? The words spoke volume already. And that's something you can't pay for.
Yeah.
You can't pay for that. And you gave that for free. You gave that for free.
Mm.
You ain't have to G check me, Mr. Smallhorne. You ain't have to tell me to go back outside and realize who you are and what you stand for
Mm.
and come back to me and let me know what you stand for. You ain't have to do that.
Mm.
You ain't have to do that. But you realize what you seen and you embraced it. So I got to give you your flowers before I even continue. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
King.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
saw
you.
I saw the potential when you walked in.
Hmm.
You know, but I don't think you realized the full potential.
Mm-hmm.
When you came back, man, the journey for me, the journey with
Yeah.
you really began, because the
Correct.
transformation over the time that you spent with us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whether it was cooking class,
Yeah, talk about it.
you know, because
Oh man.
I did things outside the box. I tried to do things like
Yo,
they were doing in Soho. You know what I mean? Because and better, right?
Crystal, big blessings, Queen. Yes, you did. Yes, you
Yes, you
did.
know. So listen, man. But again, this is about you. You know.
And real quick, just to piggyback, that the cooking class.
Yeah.
See, I came from a school that had a studio.
Yeah.
So coming to a school that had a cooking class, I'm like, hold up, man. Like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm really in a place
Yeah.
where I'm uncomfortable, but I gotta learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all taking notes. I hope y'all taking notes. This real quick, one more time. The cooking class showed me how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Well, all right, one more time for people that didn't get it. The cooking class showed me how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
Okay?
Because I was a real
Okay.
chef. I made sure you guys had a real chef.
Yo, we was making rice pilaf. We was making first of all, we was making omelets in ways I didn't know you can make an omelet.
We were eating lovely those nights.
What? We was making scones and oh my gosh, man! Like stop it, man!
You
Like
know.
different. You're coming in, oh man, different,
You
man.
know. All right. So
Different times, man.
let's. I don't want to skip ahead because this is so good, man. Um, so you graduate, and what are you doing now, Naj? You graduate, you know.
So I
Blessings
graduated.
to your mom for being supportive, and Sister
Oh
Life
yes,
Coach. Thank you, Sister Life Coach. I help her
man.
husband.
Big
Y'all, man,
blessings.
thank you. That's so wonderful. You know, Glam Express
Big
was one
blessings,
of them.
everybody.
You know,
Big blessings, everybody. Times are going to be greater than what they were.
yes,
Believe it. That's a fact. And just so after high school,
yeah,
I continued to work at a place called East Harlem Business Capital Corporation on 116th Street
okay,
in Manhattan, El Barrio area. For
okay,
people that do know, East Harlem. Um, it was a company that helped people start small businesses.
yeah.
So I was able, while I was working there, I said, hey, listen, hold up. Take notes, everybody. While you're in position, anywhere you're at, get the most out of it. Get the most out of it.
Facts.
Don't just go there for the time clock and get the check, man. You
Get what
using
you
your
can.
time. Your time is valuable. Your time is valuable. But real quick though,
Yeah,
as I'm there, I'm noticing that they're giving out business certificates because you have to take a class, a
yeah,
60-day class, and once you receive all the requirements, you receive your business certificate. So while working there, I did that and made sure because that was my point of realizing of how to construct a business. So
Yes.
pay attention, people. I'm just taking bricks. I'm getting bricks, and I'm just building, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm just building. Because at this point, I'm realizing how to lay the bricks down.
Wow.
Because I know I'm receiving the bricks,
Yeah.
right? Because you know you can build a house, you can build a wall, whatever you want with bricks. But
But
I'm
without the
receiving
bricks,
a you can't build anything. So while receiving the bricks, I'm saying to myself like, okay, I know now at this point I know what to do with them. So after receiving my business certificate, I said, okay, let me learn more about business. But
okay.
as learning more about business, um, I went to LaGuardia College,
Okay.
LaGuardia Community College,
Shout out to
actually.
the Warrior community, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're there.
cool. Yeah, cool, dope college, definitely for sure. Cool programs that they had there as well too.
Yeah.
Um, so as I went there, I'm gonna be very honest. I realized like, okay, I can sit here, you know, and get the experience. It was fun while I was there,
Yeah.
but I knew I just wanted to work in fashion, you know, around the fashion
Okay.
shows. I wanted to be around the fashion industry. That was
Yeah.
my thing, you know. So I left around the third, was it about the third, the second quarter, I believe.
Hmm.
Second quarter, I left,
Okay.
and after leaving the second quarter, I started working for a brand called Trey Torn, which is owned by the Puma company. So
Okay.
it's a small brand that was back in Soho. So, ladies and gentlemen, check it. I'm back in Soho.
Wow. Full circle. So Naj, so you didn't return to you did not return to LaGuardia. Let's be clear, right?
No, I did not return to LaGuardia.
And and that's okay. And I say that because I don't want people. Um, we're so programmed to think college, 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 but sometimes college is not for everyone. It's not and as the great Shamari Perkins said, it's got to
Big
be for
blessing.
you.
That's a
It's
fact.
got to be for you,
That'd be for you.
right? And if it's not for
Hmm.
you, you know right away, and you possibly will be saving yourself lots of money and loans,
Right.
things of that nature.
Definitely.
Listen, I do this. We can go on forever, but I do want to get
Yeah.
to like where are you at right now, and what do you want to leave the people with?
Pardon me. Where I'm at right now, definitely as you can see, Bet Your Life is the company, Bet Your Life Records.
Okay.
So again, I'm a musician,
Huh?
I'm a designer, and I'm just a spiritual being, you know,
Mm,
that's just embracing everything that was a part of his journey. I always knew as a kid, I never forget real quick, I spilled my father's oil. I was using his oil and I spilled it. And I was like, oh, I spilled this. So I tried to I filled it back up with water. And he realized it. So he's like, yo, son, like, yo, you put water in my oil? So I was like, yeah. I was like, it's spilled. I was like, yo, you should have told me. But, that just made me realize, like, I like to smell good. So again, that's a part of my journey.
yeah.
So I realized that, okay, if I'm a little allergic to, the chemicals in the cologne,
Hmm.
what can I do as a alternative?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna just make my own perfume. I'm gonna make my own perfume. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my own perfume.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my own perfume. So that's where
Okay.
I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the Najarachi perfume. For people that do know, you
Hmm.
know, for people that do know, it's one of the
How, how
best
how
scents out there right now.
how can they get that? How can they get that scent?
They can definitely get this scent on www.betyourlife.com. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, you do not have to order the main bottle as well, too. You can definitely order the sample. I will send you 3 samples for the price of one, no problem at all. I like to work with my people that like to work with me, baby. Do you hear
And,
me? Big blessings. And
and,
also,
mhm.
I'm working on a candle as well, too.
Okay.
So this candle as well, this is the prototype right here. So
Okay.
with this prototype, you can actually use it as a moisturizer.
What?
Yeah, so you want to dip your
What?
hand. Yeah, yeah, dip your hand in there. So listen. We getting ready for Valentine's Day early, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, because it's too much hate going on in the
Yeah.
world. So everybody that's in love out there that have a loved one, we gonna make sure you purchase your Najarachi candle, dip
Okay.
your hand in, and massage your loved one. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Yeah.
Big O, just joined us.
Big O,
Listen,
big O, big blessings, big
yo.
blessings, big blessings. And listen, I want to leave the people with this.
All right.
I want to leave the people with this because we can sit here all day. Mr. Smallhorne, you need a show. You need a podcast. But we
Thank you.
going to listen. You need a podcast. But listen, I want to leave the people with this though, real
Yeah.
quick. Pay attention to pay attention to your journey. Embrace what's happening in front of you, and faith is real. Because when you trust the process, it equals to having faith. Somebody could be pulling my leg right now, telling me, stay right here. Don't get up. Don't get up. Don't get up. Stay right here. Get up. Don't get up. But I'm still going to get up because I still know and I believe where I'm going.
Mm, mm,
That's called faith
mm, mm.
because that's what a lot of people are going to do. And
Yes.
it's okay that people do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay people do that
Mm,
because you are not in control of people. You are only in control of yourself.
mm. Talk that
You
talk.
are only in control
Mm.
of yourself. So when they trying to hold you back and they trying to stop you from getting what you know what you came for,
Mm,
you better keep going.
mm.
And I'm a prime example. I've been through it all, the worst, the
Yeah.
best. But guess
Right.
what? I'm here to tell my story with this king, Mr. Smallhorn, right here.
Mm.
A king that certified me as a king
Early.
early,
Early.
early,
Mm.
early. And I stand on it with confidence,
Yes.
with confidence, with my eyes closed, in a dark room with no light because I am the light.
Mm.
You
Talk
hear
that
me,
talk.
ladies and gentlemen?
Talk
You
that
are the
talk,
light.
King.
You hear me?
Mm.
Anybody telling you what's not for you, and you know what's for you, you
Mm.
go and grab it because they just saying it's not for you because it's not for them. And of course
Exactly.
it's not for them.
Of
Of course
course.
it's not for them.
Of
Of
course.
course, because it's for you.
Yes. And misery loves company, brother.
Talk
They
about it
will
all the
hold you
time.
back. Can't have you
Or,
be more successful,
look,
happier than me.
look, they
Can't
they
have
they
you doing
grabbing
that.
them.
Can't have you
Listen,
doing that. You be happy?
listen.
Nah. No, don't let them hold you back. Naj,
No,
I
big
want to
blessings,
thank you, my
man.
brother,
No, thank
for
you,
sharing
man.
your story.
Thank you, man. I
Thank you for
appreciate you.
being in my life. You know, they
Nah,
say
thank
that,
you.
people, you're like a train sometimes. People get on your train and sometimes they ride for one stop, they ride for two stops, and they get off.
Talk about it.
And some people are on that train with you for
Talk
the
about
for
it.
the long haul. You
Talk
know,
about it, man.
you know what I mean?
Talk
And
about it, yo. Talk about it.
those people, that's your network. And your
Mm.
network ultimately determines your net worth. Okay.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
ladies and gentlemen, tonight's quote,
Nah.
ladies and gentlemen, the road is not for the swift, but for
Big
he
blessings.
who endureth the longest. You heard me? The road is not for the
Yo.
swift, ladies and gentlemen. It is for he who endureth
No.
the longest. Okay?
Talk about it.
So,
Nah,
Raj,
man.
this has been like
Yo.
this has been like
Nah.
this has been so spiritual, and I feel like I just went through therapy with you.
Yo. Listen. Yo, look at my eyes. Yo. Yo. Listen. Listen. Your story is real. For everybody out there, your story is real. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the people that really love you.
That's right.
And don't give up on your vision because your vision comes to you for a reason. That's a fact.
That's a
That's a
fact.
fact. And everybody that don't believe, let them go. Don't fight for it
Yeah.
because the people that really love you gonna fight for you.
Well said. Well said. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave. But before we go, one last sponsor. Shout out to Florida Rum Cake. Go to FloridaRumCake.com. Get that Florida Rum Cake. You know, I'm going to need one of those rum cakes after this story here. So go to FloridaRumCake.com. You get 5% off by entering the code YES. And, of course, if you want to share your story, just DM me. You know, I'm sure your story, like Naj's story, and so many others will be impactful. I hope it's impactful to your life. I know it's impactful for me, and it's just really a joy to hear these beautiful journeys, you know. And of course, everyone has a story to tell, but what's your educational story? Naj, just plug your Instagram name one more time, and where they can find you, where they can get that cologne, because I'm gonna go get it right now, and I'm gonna get that candle for Valentine's Day next year and next year's to come. So,
yes. Listen, Mr. Smallhorne, I'm gonna send you the extra package with the perfume, with the candle, the face scrub.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna do right for you. Right. But listen, everybody, big blessings for watching. Remember, pay attention to your journey. Love yourself. Self-care. If you can't take care of yourself, how you gonna love another? I am Mahal. I am NAJMEHAL. You can find the perfume, all my products for Bet Your Life at www.betyourlife.com. Big shout out to my mom. Big shout out to LYB. Big blessings to everybody. Listen, King, thank you. I love you for life. There's no one like you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Appreciate you, for real.
Blessings. Love you too, King. And big shout out to your mom. Right?
Oh, yes. Big shout out to my mom.
she was early in the game with the progressive education.
Yo, son.
And shout out to all the moms. Shout out to my mom, Lynette Smallhorne.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
You know,
yes, this is Smallhorne. Big blessings, Queen.
You know,
that's a fact.
And listen, just a beautiful story, Naj. Thank you for sharing.
I appreciate that anytime, man. You know, it's more to come because we on this journey, so
yeah, of course. One last thing, Naj. What zip code you in right now?
Oh, I'm in a whole new zip code.
What zip code is that, Naj?
I'm representing anywhere from ATL to Georgia, anywhere from the 300s to 3000s. The whole 3000s in Georgia, I'm representing. Because we touching all the counties. Big Bet Your Life. Shout out to LYB. yo. Mr. Smallhorne, man, I love you again, man. And thank you again for having me on your platform, man.
No worries, brother.
You, for real.
Gosh. For real. Thank you, my brother. Peace and blessings.
All the time. Big
all the time. All right. Take care.
My bro.
All right. Love.
Love, King.